Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Moving ahead in this trigonometry, look at these equations, guys. You have here. You have the equation is now. Um, this is 3 part A. You have cos 2x that is equal to zero point 0.6, and your x is going to be between. Why do I feel that I have taught you this? No. Okay. Now this cos 2x is zero point 0.6. This 2x over here, this is not a simple angle, okay, this 2x. So whenever you're solving a trigonometric equation, your angle should be a simple angle, like it should be cos x or cos theta or cos alpha. We should not be having the angles like you can see in all these equations, you have the angle 2x. Or maybe if you look at the upcoming question, which is here, the fourth question, can you see the angle here, x minus 60 or x plus pi by 6 or 2x minus 4 or 2x plus 45? These angles are called the compound angles, okay? So your trigonometric equation should not have these compound angles in it. So we'll be first of all converting these compound angles into the simple angles, and then we shall proceed. Now, how to do that? Now you would say, okay, let this 2x that is equal to alpha. Let this 2x is equal to alpha, okay? Now the equation becomes cos alpha is equal to zero point 0.6, okay? Now this equation is in terms of alpha now instead of x. So when it was in terms of x, we were given that x has to be between 0 and 180 degrees. Now, when your equation has gone in terms of alpha, then you must know that what are the limits of this alpha now? What are the limits of this alpha now, okay? So for that purpose, you will be using this link over here, this 2x that is equal to alpha, okay? So I need to determine the limits for the alpha over here. Now, I put into this relation the lower limit of x. What is the lower limit of x? This is here. What is this? 0. So when I put the lower limit over here, so alpha's lower limit is going to be 0. है ना बच्चों? So this is going to be 0. And when I put the upper limit of this x into it, so what is the upper limit of alpha? Upper limit of alpha, 360. You put alpha like x as 180 over here. So 2 times 180, that will give you 360 degrees. So this means that is going to be 360 degrees. If you had your equation like cos 2x equal to 0.6, angle x was between 0 and 180. When you change your 2x with the alpha, now this equation cos alpha equal to 0.6 has to be solved for alpha to be between 0 and 360. Is it clear to you? Now, the rest is very familiar with you people. You know how to solve this. What should you do now once we have this cos alpha equal to 0.6? Huh? Not at all. Not at all. Yes? You must determine the quadrants where this alpha would be falling. How would you determine that? By looking at the sign of like this cos alpha is a positive value over here. So in which quadrants do you have your cos positive? The first and the fourth. So please, people, before you go on to use the calculator, please remember this. You must note it down. Before you go on to use the calculator, you must have these, like, you know, this shape over here. You should have drawn this, and you must have marked it, okay? My angle alpha is going to be over here. And now you use the calculator, okay? So you write here, alpha is equal to cos inverse of 0.6. The value that calculator gives you, you don't have to put it right down over here. You have to put that into this diagram. Now, please tell me, what is your cos inverse of 0.6? Huh? Thank you very much, beta. This is 53.1. This is 53.1. So your alpha is, now it's, if you want to secure full marks in it. This alpha is not your final answer. So you better write this correct to 2 decimal places, because your final answer would be the value of x. Okay. So what is this correct to 2 decimal places? So 53.13. Okay. So that is how you can get top in the word, inshallah. Okay. So this is 53.13, comma. Please tell me what is 360 minus this? 306.87. Okay. We were actually trying to find the value of x. So we should go back to this equation, and now we should say, okay, since the 2x was equal to alpha, so now x is going to be half alpha. Many of you people forget to find the values of x. You just stop your working once you have got to the value of alpha. Alpha is just like a catalyst we have in chemistry, like, just to speed up your reaction or slow down the reaction. So we have used this alpha as a tool over here to get to the value of x. Okay. So now this x is half alpha. So x is going to be half of 53.13. Now you tell me, what is this value correct to 1 decimal place? 26.6 degrees. And the half of the other value is going to be 153.5. So these are the two values, these are the two solutions of this equation over here, of this equation. Got it, bacho? I'll be doing one more part and then you will practice this, okay? I'm going to remove this. Can I remove this? Okay, bacho. Oh, everything is gone. Okay. Now, which part I should do from here now? Just tell me one part. G? Okay. So we try this 3G. We have 4 plus 2, 10, 2x equal to 0. I'll say, okay, let this 2x equal to alpha. My equation is now 4 plus 2, 10 alpha, that is equal to 0, where I should mention the limits for the alpha now, where the alpha is going to be, now the lower limit for x is 0, so the lower limit for alpha is 0, and the upper limit is going to be 360 degrees. But I'm just going to change this color now. Okay. Now, this equation is going to be tan alpha is going to be equal to -2. So what should be your next step now? Quadrants, okay? So you will mark the quadrants here. This is going to be the second and the fourth quadrant, okay? This is alpha is going to be tan inverse of -2. Remember not to use this minus while finding this tan inverse. So just find tan inverse of 2 from your calculator. What do you get? 63? Okay, 63 point, oh, this is not very clear. Chale. 63.43, okay? So your alpha is going to be, 1 is this 180 minus, so what is this 180 minus this? Okay, and but the other value is? Okay, so these are the values of alpha. We have to find the values of x. So now we shall say, okay, this x is going to be half alpha. So you half these two values and tell me what do you get? And 148.3. Okay, so these are the two values of your x. Okay, Abhi, before I stop this video, I think I should do 2 parts from the 4th question, and then you will be completing these the remaining parts of this. Okay, I'm going to move on to the 4th question now. Okay, I'll be doing which 2 parts should I do from here? Yes, tell me please. Which two parts? Which first part? Tell me the first part I should be doing. B. Okay. So we have in this B part, we have cos x plus pi by 6 is equal to minus zero point 0.5, where your x is between. Be very careful about the equal mark. There is no equal mark for this range over here, okay? So this cos x plus pi by 6, this time you should quickly move your calculator's mode to the radians, okay? Because this all of this is happening in terms of radians here. Okay, now, so you'll say, okay, let this, we don't like this angle right now. So you would say, let x plus pi by 6 is equal to alpha. You can keep it as y, b, w, whatever you want to keep. You can keep it as theta, okay, as well. So this equation now becomes cos alpha is equal to minus zero point 0.5. And you must mention, okay, what is the new okat of this alpha, okay? The limits. Okay, so what is the lower limit for the alpha? Pi by 6, okay? And the upper limit for the alpha, exactly, you just keep it like this. This would tell you whether you're going beyond the first revolution, okay? So now we have this cos alpha is equal to minus 0 0.5. So I should mark the quadrants here, okay? So this is negative in these two quadrants. Anna? This is negative over here. So this is one of those typical values. But where do you have cos half? 60 degrees, or that is pi by 3. You must remember these values by heart. At least half का आपको पता होना चाहिए. Sin 30 पे half होता है and cos 60 पे half होता है. Please remember these values, यार. ठीक है ना? So in terms of radians, I'll be writing it as pi by 3. And this is pi by 3. Okay? So the first value is going to be this. Now, when you write this value, remember your values should be within this range. So this is not going to give us any trouble here because we are far away from these two values, okay? So alpha's first value is going to be pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. And the second value is pi plus pi by 3, that is 4 pi by 3. Therefore, your x is going to be alpha minus pi by 6. So this is 2 pi by 3 minus pi by 6. So that is 4 and 3 pi by 6. That is pi by 2. And the second value is 4 pi by 3 minus pi by 6. That is 8 and minus 7 pi by 6. Can you please check the answer? This is 7 pi by 6. Okay, that's great. Now, would you be doing the questions yourself या मैं कोई एक part और करूं? Okay, I think you should start now. You have to do all these parts of the question number 3 and 4. Okay, question number 3 and 4. Let me put them in front of you here. Question number 3 and 4. I'll come back and see if there are any problems. Okay, you can take a screenshot for the answers. I have to try this question number 4D. I have to remove all these answers now, okay? So 4D. Okay, let me take to the 4D then. Here is 4D. Okay, guys, now you must be with me. 4D. We are going to do this 4D now. Okay, I have this 3 sine 2x minus 4, that is equal to 2. and my x is between 0 and pi. So whenever this pi comes, that is clear to you that now we are dealing in radians, okay? So we don't like this angle 2x minus 4. I have to change this with alpha maybe, okay? So I would say let this 2x minus 4 is equal to alpha. Now my equation becomes 3 sine alpha, that is equal to 2, okay? So I have to mention here that then what is going to be this alpha, okay? So I put the lower limit of x here, which is 0. So 0 minus 4 is going to be minus 4 over here, okay? And then I put the upper limit, that is pi. So this is 2 pi minus 4. This is 2 pi minus 4. Now look at this. This sine alpha is going to be 2 over 3. Now this is not one of those exact values over here. So we should know that what is this 2 pi minus 4. So please tell me from your calculators, what is this 2 pi minus 4? 2.28. Okay. So I'm just keeping this here in my mind that my answer should be between minus 4 and 2.28. Okay. Now let's solve this now. Since this sine alpha is positive, so we know that this is going to be in these two quadrants. Okay. We have alpha falling in these first two quadrants because sine alpha is positive. Now, please tell me what is sine inverse of 2 over 3. And please tell me correct to 4 significant figures. Yes. Huh? 0.297. Okay. This is 0.7297. Okay. Some people start getting confused by looking at these values. Okay. Now you have to find the values of alpha. Just remember your alpha should not be less than minus 4 and it should not be more than 2.28. Okay. Now see how I'll be finding these values. Okay, now alpha, but so please be with me. Alpha is going to be, first of all, I'll be going in this direction. So this is 0.7297. Okay. Shh, beta dhyan. The next value, please tell me what is this pi minus 0.7297. 2.4 and because this is not your final answer. 2.41? 1. Okay. So I have to check that do I have any value in the clockwise direction or not? Because I have to go up to this minus. Look at this minus 4. Okay. So now I'll be going in this direction. So up to this you have here minus pi. Tell me what is minus pi minus 0.7297. Is it less than minus 4? What is this? Minus? Oh, we can keep it. We have to keep it. Minus 3.871. Okay. If this had gone beyond minus 4, then we could not consider this value. Okay. So these are the three values we have here. Okay. So this is 0.7297. Okay. And then now can I keep this value over here, which is 2.411? Should I consider this value? Yes or no? Huh? Why not? Exactly. It is greater than 2.28. We have to be between minus 4 and 2.28. So you can find these values keeping yourself relaxed. And then at the end, you must check that if your values are between, if they are going beyond those two limits. Okay. So I'll cancel out this value. So I have my alpha here, which is going to be 0.7297. and minus 3.871. I'll go back to this equation here. Your 2x is going to be alpha plus 4, and your x is going to be alpha plus 4 over 2. You put this alpha here. Please tell me quickly what is 0.7297 plus 4 over 2. Yes? हाँ? मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ ना. This is 2.7297 plus 4 over 2. What is this? 2.36. Okay. And then minus 3.871 plus 4 divided by 2. What is that? 0.065. One more decimal here because it has to be correct to 3 significant figures. 0.06. Yes. Come on. Okay, anyhow, so this you can write, you must write this correct to 3 significant figures. I'm ending this video here, okay? Allah Hafiz.